look at the carbon fiber.
I see that.
The photograph can't get that.
Carbon fiber door panels. I mean, if you were a novice, you'd walk up and go, what are these cheap plastic panels in this car?
Let me.
Okay. No problem. Okay, Robert says we got to see under the hood here. He's going to get us a look.
So the engine was built by this gentleman here who has his name engraved in the plaque, which is the way they do it for all the engines that are built at the factory. And
So the guy who puts it and assembles it gets a name on a plaque.
that's it. And you get to talk to him if you're there.
Right. Now, I think I've seen Discovery Channel or something. It's quite a science when they put these motors together.
They're limited to like 2 guys that do all the 5.5s. And both of my cars have a different guy that built it.
That is really, really neat. That makes them unique, every single one I'm taking. They're individual cars. Well, Robert, thanks for talking to us on Live Car Show.
Okay, and next time I'll bring the 2006-7, but it's a cabriolet, which is an unusual race car.
Really? Well, we're going to get up here more often. We're both local here in the Valley, and now that we see the kind of quality of cars that are here, we'll be back.
An einmalig show, one of a type.
Well, thanks for talking to us. I appreciate it. You're a great guy. Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet, Well, there's a little close-up of that plaque that he was telling us about. It's pretty neat. Each individual engine built and signed by its builder. Well, we go from brand new modern street racing technology to vintage 60s street racing technology. Here is an AC Cobra as original as they get. It was bought at the Montebello Ford. Original paint, I've been told, never been taken apart. The AC pedals, the AC steering wheel, original knockoff wire wheels, original weather stripping under the windshield. You can see some kind of oversprays on it, original yellow paint. We're going to give you a few detailed shots of this because I know everyone likes an original Cobra. This is one of the nicest ones we've ever seen. I hope we get to find the owner on this one. Once again, I'm going to do a few more details of this Cobra here. You know, I'm down near the front myself. It's got the original GE headlights, the original chrome bezel, a little bit of touch-up. Now, look at that. There's an original emblem, not a repop, not a second generation. And, you know, this is such a friendly atmosphere up here. It's the first time we've been here. This has got to be a couple $1 million car, I'm sure. And the owner's so confident this is a safe place. He's left the keys in the ignition. I'll tell you, this is a really classy show, classy people. You know, when we go out to the car shows, we come across so many Cobras, but once again, we don't come across too many originals. This is Gary Hunter's original Cobra. Gary, tell me about your car. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. We like this car a lot. This is a 2355. It's a 1965 289 Cobra. It's absolutely stock, has the options on it of a AM radio that you wouldn't want to listen to, and a luggage rack. Car originally, it's unmodified with the exception it has black wall tires on it. This car would have come with a very thin white wall, and that thin white, there is one still as the spare, the original white wall tire on it. And when I got this car, it had 42,000 miles on it. I bought it from a guy by the name of Kenny Bernstein. It's a drag racer. And he was the second owner, and I'm the third owner on it. I think the car has about 52,000 miles on it now. And we get the opportunity to drive it a couple times a year on rallies. We run about 1,000 miles on each of those. And here in a couple weeks, we're going to be going to Sun Valley, Idaho, and on a tour on that with it. Car really is a very totally original car. It's original paint. It's if you get up close to it, it's pretty crude, but that was the way it was done. Interior is original leather. Carpeting is original. There's really not more than a couple nuts and bolts in this car that have ever been replaced over the years. It's just a 271 horse, very stock car, just the way it came out of the box.
Well, Gary, you know, it is a great car, and everything you told me about it is fantastic. But the best thing we like is meeting people on live car shows that drive their cars. And once again, this is a driven car. It's not trailer. So like most of your cars are all driven. You have a fun time in the car.
Yeah, very much. We are very social. We belong to a lot of clubs, have a lot of car friends, go on any number of tours during the year, and really are collecting in the cars that we have tend to be cars that we buy because we can go on various events.
Well, that's really neat, Gary. Well, you know what? Thank you very much for talking to me on live car shows. We appreciate it, and your car is beautiful. Look for us on the web.
Thanks so much, and you can come back sometime and see it. We also have shiny cars.
You know what? I'm an original kind of guy myself. Like I say, the restorer should come and look at this car. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Okay, we found Lynn Park. He's the owner of this yellow Cobra we looked at earlier. Lynn, tell me some details about your car. We love original cars on live car shows, and this one, I think, takes the bill.
This one we lovingly call Dirtbag.
Dirtbag.
Dirtbag was bought new by Ted Offenhauser of the Offenhauser family in 1968. I think that's why it's got a V license plate. He drove it till 75, parked it in his backyard, threw a tarp over it, and it sat until 1996.
My goodness, these cars sound like they moved off the showroom into a lot of performance guys' garages and sat for a while, and you guys have lovingly found them and brought them back to life.
That's true. What happened, guys would drive them until something minor would break. You know, or even let the battery go dead. And then the battery's dead, and next thing you know, the gas has gone bad, and next thing you know, you're not driving it, and next thing you know, it sits. And this particular car didn't even get the benefit of a garage.
No.
It sit in a backyard with a tarp. That's why the paint is so messed up.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, I know the people on the web are going to be watching this video, and number one, they're going to admire and love this car, but it was just a car back then you left in the yard under a tarp.
That was it, and everybody knew about the car. Everybody tried to buy it. His wife said, no, we're not selling this car to anybody. And as a matter of fact, there's a good article in April's Motor Trend on this car.
Very good. Well, anyone watching on the web, pick up the April Motor Trend and check out Lynn's car. Very nice talking to you, Lynn. I heard you have a big collection. We're going to be out up here more often because we got some great cars here today. Hope to see you again.
Good.
Okay.
We'll be gone the next 2 Saturdays driving these Cobras up in Montana.
I heard about that. I mean, Gary, your friend down here, was telling me about the cars and things you do driving these, and that's what the people on live car shows like the best, is people that drive.
We are driving them. Matter of fact, Monday morning we'll be driving a bunch of them up to Newcomb's Ranch up at Angeles Crest Highway.
You know, let's see. We might have to take Monday off, Steve, and go to Angeles Crest Highway. Thanks a lot again, Lynn. Appreciate it. Go to breakfast. See you later.